Well folks, this is going to be part 2 of the 4-wheel drive Gravely L8 build, and as you can see, actually right now, it's completely done, so it's the final video. And last time you guys saw this, it was pretty much just the back tractor, the front joint, and the front transmission up on the lift table outside. But since then, it's complete. I've been working on this since about April, beginning of May, give or take, somewhere around that area. And I just finished it up this past week, so it's finally done. But to start off with, in the back, I'll show you guys what I've been doing to it. This is an electric start model, so I had to come up with a battery box. And out back here seemed to be a pretty good place for it because it needs a car-sized battery since it's so big. And there's really no room underneath the dump bed or anything. So I rigged up a hitch that comes off of the back hitch of the Gravely, and that worked out pretty nice. It was all out of the way and everything, and just far enough back from the gas tank to get some J-bolts on it too to hold the battery down. Starter button I moved up to a little bracket here on the side. So all I have to do is reach around and push it, so that'll work out pretty good. Swift-O-Matic lever, I think I put pictures in on the last video. That's been done, and that just had the notch cut out in the piece of flat bar. So you lift it up and it goes down like that. Really simple design, works out really nice. And I also turned the axle housing 1 bolt, so that way everything's shifting up and down. Front shift rod, forward reverse, same as mine on my Model L 4-wheel drive. The high-low lever I switched to the other side, so I turned the clutch rod around, pulled the engine off, so that shifts over here, so that way I'd have room for the L8 shifter on the other side. As for the center joint, this is all pretty much the same as mine. I did add in these bars that go over the drive shaft on the side, so that way you definitely can't get your foot stuck in it, even though it's very hard to already. I trimmed the corners off of the plate, so I trued them off. It looks really nice. Put steering stops on it, so it'll only steer so far, because unlike mine will jackknife if you get it caught on anything, which isn't good. Haven't had it happen yet, though. I also made a serial number plate for it, which I thought was pretty cool. So I got 4-wheel drive dump truck. The model number, the model of the tractor is an L8. 4-wheel drive, body style is dump, which is the only one I've come up with so far. Horsepower 6.6, and optional electric start. Serial number 2, manufacturing number August 1st, 2013. So I thought that was a pretty good touch for the center of it. Front shift rod, that's the same as mine. Same weird bracket too. I tried to improve this so I wouldn't have to go through that again, but that's all I could come up with for it. And the dump latch, I also upgraded that so it's guaranteed not to come undone on your fingers, which is definitely a good thing as always. So that came out pretty good. I really like this design better than mine actually, because it really holds it nicely. Handlebars are all the same length. Dump bed, that's the same exact size. Had the pockets, welded all those on for the sideboards. I also have the back plate here, so that's been all drilled. He just has to mount it up when he puts the plywood down. Front plate, I put a dump bed stop on this one, so this edge here hits against the bar, so it does pretty nicely. Mine just has the rubbers here, which didn't work out very well, and without them it just hits the head of this bolt, so has a very nice place to rest. The L8 shifter for the front was another thing I had to come up with. It actually worked out pretty good. I had the original Swift-O-Matic shifter from the tractor. All I did was cut off the half pipe on this side, and I welded it flush onto this bar here. And I just made my own rod. Just had to bend around that. I also didn't put any springs down on this end, as you can see, and it actually works out pretty slick without the springs on there. You don't have as much binding as you do on the tractor. So that worked out good. I got my little clip on the PTO to keep the shipper shaft from coming back on me. He's also going to have to put a dipstick on here. Front transmission takes 3 quarts of oil. I'd probably put another quart in it anyways, just because you don't have the pressurized lubrication or anything. So apart from that, it's finally finished. Totaled up the time, it took 60 hours to build, so was a lot of weekends working on this, but I just figured I'd show you guys that before it takes off. It might be leaving this weekend, we'll have to see, but anyways folks, there you have it. That's the L8 Gravely 4-wheel drive dump truck.